But first, we're going to look at a double championship fight. Little Charlie Magri, the former world flyweight champion and now European champion, of course, putting up that title and also trying to get his old British title back from the man who now holds it, the young star Duke McKenzie from Croydon. That's the fight we'll see first. Let's join it right at the start.
Second down, round one.
Charlie Magri coming in from the left, defending his European title and trying to win back his old British title against Duke McKenzie, the current British champion from Croydon. And the whole of the McKenzie fighting clan are here to cheer their boy on, including brother Clinton. Well, little Charlie came full of confidence to the ring tonight, 29 years old now, former world champion, currently the European champion, and taking part tonight in his 12th major title fight. And giving away height and reach here to McKenzie. Magri, his 35th fight tonight. McKenzie, his 14th. McKenzie hasn't lost a fight as a pro. Well, I was watching Magri last week in the gym, and he was really working hard. He seems to have lost none of his old ambition and fire. He's been around a long time, but he's still hungry. And he's beginning to lambast the body of McKenzie. And this is the typical whirlwind Magri start, and he's finding his way through the defences. McKenzie will need all his guile and skill and mobility here if he's going to keep out of trouble. Charlie will be told about ducking too low there, I think. And Magri putting together a world-class assortment of punches. Everything in the repertoire coming out in this opening round. McKenzie, some 3 inches taller. And 6 years younger. Magri hasn't come for a points decision. He's come to knock the man out. Well, that was a whirlwind start by Magri. Typical of little Charlie. Wonderful opening. And full marks to McKenzie for the way he handled it. Charlie Magri, 29 years old, 34 pro fights, 30 wins, 23 of them have come inside the distance, 4 defeats. And 2 of those defeats have been in world title fights. McKenzie from the right, making the first defence of this British title that he won at the Albert Hall last June with a 4-round win over Danny Flynn of Scotland. 13 pro fights, McKenzie, and won the lot, 8 of them inside the distance. And McKenzie's staying very cool indeed under fire, and when Magri puts it together, it really is some sort of fire. McKenzie trying very hard to get the left jab to work to stop Charlie coming in at him. McKenzie told about his shoulder. And McKenzie is getting the left to work very, very efficiently. I think the feeling in the McKenzie camp is very much that Magri is bound to be at his most dangerous in these first few rounds. If they can get past this, then their man has every chance. And Magri is turning on full firepower here, and McKenzie so far has coped with it well. Well, these two little men look like putting up a classic battle here. Right. Sidnothan tells them off. They're fighting with their heads. Again, they're told to keep their heads up. Magri really has gone off at an amazing pace. McKenzie again goes in with the head down. Magri is so anxious to win this, so desperate to win this. He's pushing his man all over the place, setting him up for the punches, determined to finish this early. And still, McKenzie is upright and remains cool after two very fierce rounds. He survived them, bleeding a little from the nose and being ticked off by the referee about his head. But two great rounds to start this European and British title fight. Mickey Duff leading through the ropes, really reading the riot act to him. Well, this is scheduled for 12 rounds. Well, they certainly can't keep that pace up for 12. The 8-stone division. Charlie Magri has been at 8 stone now for donkey's years. Everybody thought when he lost the world title that he might be on the way out, but here he is still battling away to get his old title back, the British title that McKenzie holds, and trying to defend his own European title. Magri won the British title in his third pro fight and never ever defended it. This is the first time since that he's fought for it. Another astonishing hooking barrage from Magri in this third round, putting McKenzie under the most fierce pressure. And Duke McKenzie gets off the ropes to comparative safety. And gets the left and the right working. And Charlie looks vulnerable. What an amazing battle. Charlie's cut underneath the left eye. Well, he's been cut many times before. It's happened again, but it's under the eye. So it won't worry him too much. That's the first sign of wear and tear, and that's been done by the accurate left hand of the British champion. And a little of the fire has gone out of Magri's work. You can't help feeling that with McKenzie 6 years younger, if he gets through these first 3 or 4 rounds, the odds on him are going to get better and better. And he's working Charlie over to the head now. Accurate left jabs and good right crosses. And Charlie's face is beginning to look very worn indeed. Again, the punches rain on his head. Good, and the shoulder goes in from McKenzie. Sid Nathan lets him get away with it. Again the shoulder. Good round from McKenzie. So 2 rounds, Charlie was all fire and fury. In that round he was picking up punishment, and you can see the mark underneath the left eye. We might be able to see just how he got that cut. There were some very accurate jabs going into the face here. Look at those, biting into the face of Magri. And when he came round into shot, he was already cut under the left eye.
Second down. Round 4.
So this furious battle continues into the 4th. McKenzie, the British title holder. Magri, champion of Europe. Magri held the world title for 6 months in 1983. Certainly, nobody has ever put McKenzie in his professional career so far under this sort of pressure, and it's a tribute to the young British champion that he stood up to it so well and held his boxing together. And those accurate jabs could well be the undoing of Charlie Magri as this fight progresses. Magri goes in and hangs on. He looked a bit hurt there to me. Again, the heads come dangerously close together. And Charlie's picking up a lot of punishment around the head again, leading at the nose. And Magri must be beginning to feel bitterly disappointed that the early onslaught hasn't really paid any dividends at all. And McKenzie is putting together the better quality punches now. Magri still coming forward, hooking and hammering his way in. Certainly, the Magri pace has slowed a little. You can't wonder at it. Still he comes, putting the British champion under pressure as we near the end of round 4. There's blood down the right-hand side of Magri's nose now, near the eye. Magri's done an enormous amount of work there, and it's rather nice that they always exchange a little pat of the gloves as they part to go back to the corners at the end of every round. Terry Lawless now will need all his talk, all his inspiration here to motivate Charlie into a few more good rounds. So there's a whole lot of the McKenzie clan. Here they are at the ringside. In the middle there is Clinton McKenzie, the former European and British light welterweight champion, cheering on his brother. McKenzie, of course, who has now retired in professional boxing.
Second down. Round 5.
The old champion, the former world champion, Charlie Magri, still coming forward. Been winning titles all his life, Charlie, from his very young amateur days. ABA junior champion, 4 times an ABA senior champion. Still coming forward, trying to knock the life and the hope out of McKenzie. Charlie's found a second win. The whole McKenzie clan crying out for an uppercut from Duke. As Charlie comes in with his head over. Magri is just driving and pushing and forcing McKenzie around this ring. And he takes the man's head right back with another punch. And Magri suddenly is right back on top again. Will he crush the willpower out of McKenzie? Left hand. There was a right just before it, and Magri nearly went over. And suddenly Magri is over, and suddenly Charlie's European title is hanging by a thread. And the towel has come in from Terry Lawless. Lawless has seen enough. He's pulling his man out of the fight in the 5th round. That's a merciful gesture by Terry Lawless, who acts like a father to his boxers. And he's seen enough. He doesn't want Magri to take any more. He waved the towel at the referee. And Magri has been pulled out of the fight in the 5th round, the same way he was pulled out of the world title fight with Sok Chitolada. And Duke McKenzie is now the European and the British flyweight champion. A wonderful performance by this young man. Only 23, only his 14th pro fight. He's won the lot. He's added another title, and he kept cool all the way through under the most severe pressure from a former world champion. But in the 5th round, when Charlie looked as though he might be getting on top again, suddenly McKenzie unleashed a couple of really good punches. The left almost floored Charlie, and he followed up. And a few seconds later, he had Charlie down like this. And Magri has to go to the canvas, and although he beat the count, his manager took him out of the fight and into safety. And that was a wise decision. Charlie? It was a great fight you put up, but the boy was a bit useful in the end.
He wasn't bad at all. I'll tell you what, he surprised me. I didn't think he was that good.
You put so much work into the early rounds.
I got into there with him, you know, and he was a lot better than I expected him to be, and he done fantastic. I must admit that, he really done well. He gritted his teeth. Anyone else might have went down, but he done well, very well.
Were you pleased or sorry that Terry pulled you out?
No, I was sorry at first, you know, but looking at it, it's got to come to an end one day, and I wish I would have won and come out as a winner, you know.
Is this the end now?
Probably. I'm just going to sit back and think about things, yeah.
It's been some career, Charlie. You've given us all a lot of pleasure. Now, that was a great fight there.
It gave me pleasure tonight, and I'm glad I did.
Anyway, all the best in the future, Charlie. Well done. Well, a fight.